So it's been 1 minute in. I'm hoping like I think MTN, something is wrong with MTN today. I really don't know why this is happening. So if you're just joining the stream, you're like, if you join the stream, you know, you're watching this, the delay is because I'm waiting until the network stabilizes. Yeah, now there's a lot of noise coming from outside. I'm trying to um, wait for it to pass before I start what I want to do today. I can still say hi, or I'll say hi as people, join the stream. Or yeah, I won't do anything like um, I won't do anything. I won't start anything really until the noise subsides. I'm waiting for the noise to subside, which it will, but in the meantime, we just chat, just welcome everybody to the stream. Yes, Nigeria. My name is King. No? From where? How? Have you been on the stream before? Hello, Jay. Ah, finally, the noise has ended. Hello, Jay. Is your name pronounced Pavel or Europe? Oh, welcome. Where in Europe? That looks like a Polish name. Are you from Poland? Jay, this is Nigeria. Poland, yeah, I guessed as much. Kind of recognize your name, like spelling of your name, yeah. Yeah, so like the title says, these people are making noise. So I don't know, I'm just trying to wait until the noise is a bit lesser. No, I don't stalk people. I just recognize, languages somehow. So I recognize the spelling of your name as Polish. In Nigeria, I don't know. I don't want to say where I stay. Just know that I'm in Nigeria. Are you from Nigeria, Jay? I don't know. I just decided not to talk about it. Oh, okay. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I have, obviously. I um I have friends that moved to Poland, that work in Poland. And also yeah, I'm not afraid, Jay. I just don't want to say it. Um hello Anam. Welcome to the chat. Hi, welcome. Nigeria, Anam. This is Nigeria. Okay. So I just want to put out a notice that my network is a bit unstable, so sometimes it might break and all of that. No, I've never been to Poland. Yeah, I've never been to Poland. Have you been to Nigeria? Malaikum salam, Anam. Alaikum salam. Walaikum salam. So today I have like some things I want to talk about. I have some things I want to talk about here that are very precious to me. And my name is King. My real name is King. Should I show you my birth certificate? So the things I want to talk about, yeah, I started, I've been talking a lot about like the Gaza situation, Israel being settler colonialists. Do you recognize Polish language? Um, I recognize it a bit, not fully, and I'm not interested in marriage. Thank you. But thank you, Sha. Yeah, I want to talk about like in the title here, I want to talk about the Gaza situation, yeah. And I'm following the updates of the humanitarian aid, that was sent to them, delivering baby milk and food and all of that, yeah. So the yesterday when I spoke about it here, as far as I knew was that the ships were getting like they were able to get a little bit close despite Israel intercepting like 30 of them. There were like over 40 vessels, yeah, with citizens from how many countries in the world, yeah. So especially notably was Greta Thunberg, among them. Greta is from Sweden, yeah. So anyways, I just want to say, like, when I now checked the update after stream yesterday, it's like there was only one ship that managed to get close enough, but eventually they were intercepted by Israeli forces, like they were abducted. The other vessels that were intercepted, the passengers that the vessels were carrying were also, the activists, all of them, they were also abducted by the Israeli government, and they are holding them now. I don't know. It's like, and the countries that these people belong to have not said anything, have not put any statements, about their citizens on behalf of their citizens. Um, on behalf of their citizens. So I think, but some countries, yeah, like Italy, Italian citizens are like revolting here. They have declared a general strike. They've shut down all the means of transportation, railroad and all of that. And then again, um, in Paris, yes, in France, they are also revolting. They are also like, striking against the government, and um, that the government should, you understand, speak up about the citizens that are on board these vessels here. And I don't know, it was just very heartbreaking, it was heartbreaking for me to see people in Gaza here posting online that they went to the beach and they were waiting for the vessels and they felt so hopeful about it, even though eventually, they waited in vain because Israeli forces forced most of these vessels to throw the supplies into the sea, which is like pollution. Okay, it's pollution. So anyways, it's just really unfortunate, the situation on ground. But what gives me hope is that at least we have pictures of um some of the volunteers. They are so far unharmed, yeah, and I'm glad to see that at least they are so far unharmed, even though they are surrounded by soldiers and they are being um threatened with military weapons and all of that, and all that nonsense, yeah. I'll keep following the situation. I hope maybe something is going to move, you get. I hope maybe something is going to, move, on behalf of these people that went for activism and to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gazan population. Yeah. So that is the update I want to give, and there are pictures from the people. I hope there are citizens from there are even citizens from some countries in Africa. There are citizens from Indonesia, Malaysia, Paris, Italy, Sweden, like I think over 30 countries here are represented here. And the only country that actually moved against Israel politics is Colombia, because immediately their vessels were intercepted, Colombia like expelled all the Israeli diplomats from their country. Like, what exactly do you mean by diplomacy when you don't even practice it? Why are you here, in another man's country pretending to be a diplomat when that is not at the core of your country's belief? And the thing about being a diplomat is that you're a representative of your country's politics, your country's presence in the global stage, and all of that. There's also been like I saw this news where the World Cup is going to be held in America, and I don't know. The thing I'm seeing now is that Trump's government has denied visas to Iranian players, football players, and it's like, why? Who the hell did why who scheduled the World Cup in a country like America? Like, why in the USA? Why would you do that? That's so. The countries that are going to represent their teams, like the teams that are going to represent their country, most of them have suffered at the hand of immigration laws in America, and now America is expressing a massive immigration, like anti-immigration sentiment. You understand? So it's like, why, you know, who was in charge of like assigning countries to, play in and all of that. So it's like America is not the place for it. I wouldn't advise even tourists that would normally flood most countries that are the country that is hosting the World Cups here. Now, I would advise tourists not to go there because it is dangerous. You can be picked up on the street by any random violent person, and they will say they are representative of ICE, and they will say they are working for the government and they can do anything to you. And being in a foreign country as a tourist is a very in a country like America, like USA, it's a very dangerous game that I would not advise anybody to play. I don't know. I feel like they need to move the venue from America to some other place in the world, like just any other place, not Britain though, not the UK, I beg, not those ones either. Like somewhere else in Europe, maybe. I don't know. Most countries are very noisy these days about immigrants and foreigners. So I don't even know where to even suggest, but not America. America is the most is playing out the most rabid sentiment against like um immigrants. Yeah, if there is strict laws regarding immigrants, then it's not a safe place now. It's only safe for you people. If the country is safe and is clean and is cleaner than these places you mentioned, but it's strict against immigrants, then it's not a safe place for. It's only safe for you people. You get? It's only safe for you. So I don't think you can say it's the safest country. um like, if you want to advertise your country, you can advertise it in the sense of saying that not even advertise, like if you want to tell people about your country, it's just you tell the people that your country is safe for people like you. So the next thing I wanted to do is, like, I saw this poem online, because on this channel here I discuss poems, I read poems, I enjoy reading poems, I love having conversations about poetry. I don't know if I would call this a poem, but it reads as such. He said their country have strict laws regarding immigrants. What do you translate that as, J? How would you translate that? If somebody's telling you from another country that they have strict laws against regarding immigrants, in your own country, do you have strict laws regarding immigrants? What does strict laws regarding immigrants mean? What does it translate to? What does it translate to? Strict laws means that the process of moving to that country will be very difficult for you. The process of living in that country, the lifestyle you live there will be something very difficult because their laws are not encouraging settlement of immigrants. No, Jay. No. Maybe if you look up, you should look up the law or the requirements to move to Poland, how to move to Poland, and make that decision for yourself. If you feel like it is not, if you feel like um, you don't have a problem with the requirement for moving to Poland, then I don't know what to tell you. Saying we have very strict laws regarding immigrants. Somebody from his country, somebody from Pavel's country can just take their passport and travel to another country in Europe. Is it not? Just carry passport and travel to another country and stay at least 90 days, at most 90 days in another country in Europe and not have an issue. You, Jay, can you travel to Poland with just your passport? How much would you need to put in your bank to be able to move to Poland? What is your guarantee of being approved for visa by Polish embassy in this country? So if somebody is telling you their country is the safest country, but they have very strict laws regarding immigrants, those two things are contradictory. It is safe for only you. It's not safe for anybody else. Look online now. All of them, they are all, and the reason why you would even know, you should even know this, aware of this as a Nigerian, is that Nigerians are living in such terrible conditions of this country that the best thing people can hope for is that they can save and sell. If they can save and sell all of their properties, borrow money from bank, borrow money from friends, just to be able to travel to one small country abroad, just to travel to that country, they'll pay through their nose. As a you as a Nigerian, you will do that. So that is fair to you. That is okay for you. Hey Africans, my name is King. Look up the requirements. How many documents will you gather in this life before you be able to even meet the visa expectations of applying in the embassy here in Nigeria? And you now meet visa expectations, you now go there. What are the conditions of work for people like you in that country? Is it possible for you to go there and expect a 9 to 5 office or corporate job just as a fresh immigrant in the country? Okay, hello from Washington. I hope you are keeping safe. Situation in Washington is not, it's not funny right now. I hope you are okay. I hope things are good for you Africans. This is Nigeria. Somebody from Poland now, if they want to come to this country, what would they do? They will just dust their passport, enter plane, come here, stay here for 1 month, 3 months. In fact, there's no immigration that will be chasing them around in the streets the way they will chase you around in their streets. They will just stay here for 3 months. If they like, they can stay 2 years. Nobody will pursue them here in this country. Nigeria is Nigeria, oh. Nigeria is Nigeria. And you say it is the safest country. Safe for them, not for you. Nigeria is being a Nigeria is also not funny. Nigeria is not also funny. Oh, Nigeria is not funny at all. But maintaining you know a not so pessimistic outlook, I would say at least it's fair. What can I talk about in Nigeria? At least I have a roof over my head, no matter how the situation is, and I am safe to an extent, yeah, to an extent, but I'm okay regardless. So I would say it's not so bad. We don't have that kind of, we do have those laws in Nigeria, just that nobody's enforcing them. Paying higher starting from Okay. I got the news that you guys will be paying higher starting from next year. The government isn't up and doing. We do have those laws in Nigeria, Jay, but they are not enforced. We have a lot of laws, you know, that people will bring up to defend the fact that Nigeria is a working system. But at the end of the day, those laws are not being enforced. And a law that is not being enforced, is it a law at all? I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, we have those laws. We have those laws. And the way I think there was a news one time that people were like the government was cracking down on people from, they're saying that in this country, marrying a Nigerian will not grant you, a Nigerian woman will not grant you citizenship, but marrying a Nigerian man will grant you citizenship. Yeah, the same thing. That is the, oh, raising the tax. Yeah, yeah. They are the Africans. Yeah, they announced that they will be increasing the tax levies for everybody. Everybody will take. And saying the government here isn't up and doing here is kind of like it's like too kind. Yeah, it's like as if maybe it was up and doing before. Government is not, you cannot say the government is not up and doing. The government is just on its own. The people are on their own. They are not, this one is not concerned except to extort people and steal from people. That's what the government is concerned with the people here. But at the end of the day, it's kind of not to be a, oh, everybody's in this thing. Just like at the end of the day, all over the world, it doesn't even look promising, you know, especially in America as well. It doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good at all. I just get so angry that, a country that was at least a bit, not perfect, but it was a bit, livable, has turned into this nightmare overnight. Yeah, so Jay, that's what I'm saying. Like no matter how the law, at the end of the day, we are the ones that can tell. Okay, we can't really say because Nigeria has very high criminal rates. Yeah, the violence is becoming insane in this country. That's just been skyrocketing, and the madness is everywhere in the news and all of that. So I can't really say or promise other people that, oh, you can come to my country, you'll be safe. No, the only thing I can say is that at least as an immigrant in this country, you can try to make your life a bit easy. Like your life might be a bit easier for you than the average Nigerian, yeah, in this country. What kind of projects do you want to visit Nigeria for, Africans? You can't visit Nigeria, if you are visiting. You can't visit. You can have guides. Hello, Chris. You can have guides. I'm fine. You can have a guide, that would, direct you on how to go about the country, how to, where to be like smart in the country and all of that, depending on where in the country you stay, you understand, Africans. But I can't really assure you of safety, you understand, in all honesty. Kumar, last movie I watched, what movie did I watch last? I think I was watching Desperate Housewives yesterday. Ondo State is alright. It's kind of not lively. As far as I know, I don't know, I've never been to Ondo State, but I don't hear a lot of noise about it in the news. The infrastructure there will be a shock to you since you're coming from where you're coming from, yeah. Um, but I think if you are there and you just, live a normal life, you'll be you'll be okay. You understand? I think Ondo, like, I don't really know about Ondo. I've never been there, but they are not really in the news, so that is a fairly good sign. You understand? So maybe if you go there to do your project and you are like kind of just sensible now, keep yourself safe normally. Like don't go out at night. Don't visit weird, strange places. Like I think you'll be fine carrying out your project. I don't hear about Ondo in the news. except maybe their governors being like stealing their money or not making the roads, good enough for motorists in that state. Learn the capital city isn't safe enough. Is it Ondo's? What is capital of Ondo? J. Jay, I want to change the topic here, but like we'll just finish this sector, then we'll move on here. But just relax. Jay, what's the capital of Ondo State? Do you mean capital city of Nigeria or capital of Ondo State, Africans? Kumar, from last movie I watched to cheating person in Nigeria, what type of script are you reading off of? Say, does every married person in Nigeria is cheating? Is cheating common there? Why are you obsessed with the cheating statistics of Nigerians? What script are you reading off of? Ask the person or your source to do it for you. Ondo State. Oh, okay. Okay, Ondo, Akure. Okay, Akure. Oh, okay. I don't know. Probably. If you hear something about the capital city not being safe, man, um, don't go there then. Don't go there. Today, I wonder, like, where is this? He said, if I was the last movie I watched. Okay, having road projects. Yeah. The only thing about road projects now, it's very complicated. It's supposed to be a very straightforward thing, but it's a complicated issue in this country. When you want to do any road project in any environment, there are some spiritual investment in the road being bad. Yeah. And then there are spiritual investment in the road being bad, as in if you want to do it, you'll be people would say things like Akuko area of the state. Oh, I don't know about where Akuko is. I don't know where Akuko is, but Akure is the capital of Ondo State. And if you want to do road project, you need to consult with different bodies. Like you have to consult with Omonile, you have to consult with the Oba, you have to consult with local government. I don't know if you've gone through all of those processes. Then the locals themselves, I don't know if they might be welcoming to you, because doing good roads in any place in Nigeria requires removing all these like street hawkers from the road that have crowded the road or have set up shop in the middle of the road and things like that. So you might get a lot of pushback from from the locals of the place. Yeah. Ask me few videos. There is a few videos that are saying, is it the norm? Akoko, yeah, okay, I know. I've heard of Akoko. I'm familiar a bit with Akoko, but and I think Ondo is also a very mountainous state. Like it has a lot of hills as well. So I don't know. You need to really have like a local on ground to give you information. And if you want to do it, I feel like you should come here first by yourself. Study the environment for a while, then plan against the information that you've gathered. If you come here just wanting to do the road immediately, you might experience heavy disappointment. And I don't want that kind of disappointment people experience in Nigeria can break somebody's spirit. So I feel like you should come here first. If you want to come here, stay in the place, live among the locals, hear gist, stories about the road you want to walk on. Notice the Oba of the area, notice the money less, find out all of those things. World Bank project. Yeah, you need to actually come and do a survey first, like a local survey. I'll look this thing up. I've not heard of it, but I know World Bank. I'll look up this project, RAM. So you need to come do a survey of the place. Like you have to do research about the area so that you will not end up wasting resources trying to just get along with the situation on ground. Personally, I've never been to Ondo State yet, so I can't give you, and I don't know anybody that is living there, currently. So I can't give you any sort of information about it. But yeah, you need to come and do research. Ramp. I'm Sahel. I'm streaming from Nigeria. Okay, I mean, when I say see, you need to come, and Africans, I'm talking about seeing the locals of the area you want to develop. Hello, Sahel. You need to come and do research on the environment you want to develop. You understand? You need to come and research the areas you want to build, because those people, you need to consult with them seriously. Like the obas, they call them obas, they're like royal, like the monarchs of the area. You need to come and know them. There's people like omonile, those are children of the land. They are always there at every construction project in anywhere you find yourself in Nigeria, so you need to consult with them. You need to consult with them, like, and it's not like consult with them so that they can give you permission, but first of all consult with them and see like what their feelings are on the possibility of such a project. Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, they are not friendly. They're not friendly, especially if you are a stranger. Okay, that's why I say you need to come and familiarize yourself with the environment. And the friendliness is not just limited to being stranger. They want to extort you. So you need to have a seasoned what do you call them, architects, or what do they call them, all these like engineers. Yes, you need to meet with like a seasoned engineer that is familiar with that environment, Nigerian. That will give you real details of how project is to go on in that area. You need to know that, so that you will not be disappointed and discouraged. You get in your project. And those are what we call omonile. They call them children of the land. Yeah, they are omoniles. And you're going to a Yoruba state, so like you have to familiarize yourself with the language as well, so that you not be like, not just, you have to have somebody that will interpret for you, teach you a little bit of the respectful things to say when you see like people like that, or the monarchs of the area, the obas and the chiefs of the area, the chieftains of the area. You need to speak with them. So, but don't come in the same moment you want to do that, you do all those ones. Come first, do research, go back, strategize, then come back. That's what I would advise you mainly. Your friend is right. That's how they are everywhere in Nigeria. They will come and collect money from you. And my moderator is not here right now. Da, 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 da. I don't have time for stupid people. Do, 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 do. Rain has started falling. Should I go and close my window now? If they are not good, then we merge the project with the one that is to be carried out in Imo State. It's the same thing every state in Nigeria, Africa. It's the same thing every state in Nigeria. You need to do research. Imo State is not friendlier than Ondo State. It's the same thing. The same rules apply. You still need to talk to the Omoniles in Imo State. You still need to talk to the chiefs in Imo State. It's the same thing. And especially with road affects a lot of people's businesses. The ones that are benefiting from the bad roads are going to be a huge stumbling block to you. Yes, people benefit from the bad roads in the country. Okay, so to be able to combat the fact that when you start your project, someone will not come in the night and disrupt what you built, or someone will not come in the night and pour sand where you're supposed to pour cement, all of those things, you get mix, steal your bags of cement, to get all those kind of protection and safeguarding for your project. You need to do research. Okay, you need to come and do research, or I don't know, you have to come yourself to do the research. There's probably and crannies here in every nook and cranny. Yeah, obviously it's not different in Imo states. What you see in all those states, you see it in Imo states, especially when it comes to this type of project. Roads. So you need to do that if you want to do, if you are serious, or if you care about the project so much. If you don't want it to just be you dumping money and being like, oh, I'm done with this thing. You need to do that research. Like, you have to. Yeah. So if that is all, I don't know why the project beneficiaries are bad. That's not the question to ask. That's not the question to ask. The question is not why are they bad. Question is why does it have to get to the point where we depend on such sponsorships to such um, plans to help our own people? We have to start we have to start asking ourselves, like, why is it that it's only on the the kindness or the humanitarianism of, like, people that are not in the country, to make things work for the people that are in the country. Why? That's the question to ask. People being bad is a symptom of the disease. It is not the disease itself. People wanting to steal wherever possible. People wanting to make a living out of um, stuff like this, projects like this, helpful projects like this. It's not the disease itself. The disease is why we have such a vacuum in our system, that we need it to be filled, by the, I don't know, the humanitarianism or the sensibilities of external persons, external bodies. You get? Why do we need that? That's the question. They call me Africans in Washington. I always tell them I represent all Africans. Yeah, that is actually cool, I guess, for you, for people to see that you are such a representative figure. So yeah, okay, yeah, for Morocco. Is Morocco not somewhere in North Africa? Morocco not somewhere in North Africa. I think Morocco is in North Africa, yeah. Anyways, all I'll tell you is to do your research, okay? Make sure you find out what you need to find out. If you want to make your project a successful reality, you need to do extensive research. Don't just dump it on people that will say, you live in this, yeah, yeah, yeah. So don't just dump it on people that will say, I'll do it for you, I'll do it for you, I'm here, I live here. Don't do that too. You do the right thing to find. Just check with the chief of the area for doing anything. Exactly. You need to speak to the chiefs of any area. And once the chief give you an approval, your money let's have to, listen to him. That's why the chief is one that will make, like, I feel like it's one that's going to make an estimate of the requirements you need to, like, fulfill before you can have a successful project. So that now, if a random outsider comes, or a random indigene comes to, disturb your project, you can just report him to the chief, and the chief will deal with it. Also, the chief will not allow, I'm assuming, like, the chief will not allow people to mess with your project if he is the one that put his name that, okay, I have accepted, I've approved this project. Good morning, Bobby. Hi, welcome to the chat. I don't take I don't like trouble. Anything you want to do requires a level of trouble, to be honest. It requires a level of discomfort. Yeah, anything you want to do, as long as you are not, you don't want to put your life at risk. Yeah, if it's something that is going to just be this whole administrative hassles, yeah, then you have to be ready for conflict. You have to be ready for conversations that are uncomfortable. But yeah, just follow your mind. Anyhow you want to do it is fine. So. Oh, South Carolina. Hello, welcome. Hello, South Carolina. I like that. I like the way I like the way you guys pronounce Carolina. In this country, we would say things like we pronounce it as Carolina. Yeah, we pronounce it as Carolina. Military men that will be assigned. Nobody's going to assign you military though. The chief is not going to assign you military. There will just be safety for you. The chief is not going to assign you military. It's not going to do that. It's just that we have local security operatives that keep communities safe all over the country. We don't really depend on the police And the military is only called for people that want to, people that have a lot of money, to control, like to buy military personnel. But in local areas, very local areas like the place you're talking about in Ondo State, there, even where I live, anywhere in Nigeria, they have local security operatives. Oh, you are the ones with the military operatives. Oh, military men. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, fine, fine, fine. No wahala. Hello, RJ. Thank you for the invite. You can't get in contact with me. Oh, you can only see me here. I have an Instagram. Oh, I wanted to announce it later, but on my Instagram story, I posted a movie that, like, I want you guys to watch. Like, I want to recommend to you guys. I've not seen it myself. I only like it because of the director. I like the director, David Cronenberg, and the name of the movie is Crimes of the Future. So it's a horror movie, and I wish you guys would watch it. Yeah, I would watch it, and after watching it, I'll come on the stream maybe tomorrow and speak about it. Yeah. So if you're interested, on my Instagram story, I posted a movie recommendation, horror movie recommendation. So if you're interested, check my Instagram story out for the details and all of that. My name is King. My name is King. My name is King. You can follow me on Instagram. You can, send me DMs. And I also have an email. So you can also send me, an email. You can send me an email if you want to discuss anything with me. Also, Africans, I don't know if you want to talk further on like through an email about what you are asking about. Like you can send me an email. My email is in the description below. Yeah. So moving on. My name is King. My name is King. I don't know. I think I have to close my window, my room. I'm coming. Hold on. Yeah, so we've gone far in the stream already, and I feel like we have to get a move on. So. The second thing I want to talk about, my name is King. My name is King, not Queen. The second thing I want to talk about is now the rain is falling. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but um, there's this poem I saw online, and it's not like I liked it per se or I hate it. Yeah, it's just that I feel like it's very interesting, you know, and I want to read it here. Maybe you can as well tell me what you feel about the poem or the writing, and I also speak about what I what where my mind went to reading the poem and all of that. So this poem is titled Hunger by Kelly Russell Agodon. I don't know if you know that author. Who knows that author? Kelly Russell Agodon. And also, if the pronunciation is not correct, I apologize. So, if we never have enough love, we have more than most. We have lost dogs in our neighborhood and wild coyotes, and sometimes we can't tell them apart. Sometimes we don't want to. Once I brought home a coyote and told my lover we had a new pet, until it ate our chickens, our ducks, and our cats. Sometimes we make mistakes and call them coincidences. We hold open the door, then wonder how the stranger ended up in our home. There is a woman on our block who thinks she is feeding bunnies, but they are large rats without tails. Remember the farmer's wife? Remember the carving knife? We are all trying to change what we fear into something beautiful. But even rats need to eat. Even rats and coyotes and the bones on the trail could be the bones on our plates. I ordered Cornish hen. I ordered duck. Sometimes love hurts. Sometimes the lost dog doesn't want to be found. So I just wanted to read it on stream because I like I like the writing. I like this, the way the author is telling us something, without spelling it out for us. But you can, I feel like I can almost, not completely, but almost glean perfectly what the person is trying to say with their words. Especially like the line about the woman on their block, feeding, who thinks she's feeding bunnies, but she's feeding large rats without tails, and then the writer goes on to say, remember the farmer's wife, remember the carving knife. Like three blind mice, the rhyme, yeah, the nursery rhyme. Everybody knows that poem, and I've always wondered about that poem as a child. Like, sorry, I've always wondered about that poem as a child. Like, what what was this person trying to say? Yeah, why are we talking about three blind mice? Yeah, that poem, that poetry, that rhyme, yeah, is three blind mice, three blind mice. See how they run, see how they run. They run after the farmer's wife who cut off their tail with the carving knife. Have you ever seen such a thing in your life? So it's like the three blind mice, yeah, are chasing the farmer's wife, and the farmer's wife responds by cutting off their tails. Yeah. So in this context, yeah, this writer goes on to say, um, we are all trying to change what we fear into something beautiful. Yeah. And it's like as if this person is trying to give us an answer to that rhyme that um maybe when the farmer's wife, was scared of the rats, you get her cutting their tails was her trying to change them into bunnies. You get, like, I don't know if you get that kind of connection. To me, it just came to me now, like, oh, that makes sense, because this writer is telling us there's a woman that is feeding rats without tails in her block, and it's as if the woman thinks she's feeding bunnies, and it's like, oh, like, could this be why the farmer's wife cut those rat tails, yeah, those mice tails or whatever? And it's like, oh, that makes sense. And then the writer goes on to say, we're all trying to change what we fear into something beautiful. So instead of like as if something being beautiful makes it less scary for us, yeah, you know like, and I don't know, do you believe that? Do you believe that if something is at first scary to you, if you can find the beauty in it, you'll be able to bear, you know the fear or the anxiety of what it is you are looking at, or what it is you're experiencing, yeah? Like, in a very, 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 very ordinary sense, yeah, like if you're scared of, oh, writing an exam, yeah, instead of writing, how can you make, how would you make the exam look beautiful, in order not to, like, break down about the exams? Like, it can be like, if I write this exam now, I'm one step closer to my freedom, I am one step closer to living the life I want to live, because I become, I finish school as a professional what, or professional whatever that I'm studying here. So, like, if you look at, and I feel like trying to change what you feel into something beautiful, can be like a very basic human response to fear. Is it? Is it? It's one of the very basic, like, it's one of the basic human responses to fear. Okay, and sometimes fear is not even the fear we're talking about. It's not even this whole, um, how to call it? What's it called? This fear is not this whole physical, very defined thing standing in front of us, scaring the wit out of us. Sometimes the fear is something intangible. Most of the time, most of our fears lies in the abstract, lies in the unknown, lies in things that we cannot, get a sense of, and it's what compounds our fears, the nature of the things that we fear. And so this makes sense in this poem, that this person, I like the way this person brought, that whole thing together. Yeah, the three blind mice rhymes and this situation she's talking about here. And first of all, this person starts the poem saying, if we never have love, we have more than most, you know and when she says, if we never have love, the we in this context here, I wonder, personally, yeah, I feel like the we in this situation could be, um the we in this situation could be us human beings, because the next time she now starts to talk about dogs and coyotes and animals, yeah, and it's like maybe we are more full of love, than an average animal. I don't know. That's just my own takeaway. Yeah, just what I feel. Um, and then the other aspect of the poem I like is when she talks about how she brought home a wild animal and she told her partner that it was a pet, and all of the pets that they had in their own house died because of the so-called wild animal that she believed to be a pet. And at first I was like, is that not, I wanted to be like angry, you get, seeing that, oh, the wild animal ate their animals, yeah, their actual pets, their cats, their chickens, their dogs, you get. Then she now goes on to say, or the author goes on to say, sometimes we make mistakes and call them coincidences. We hold open the door and then wonder how the stranger ended up in our home. So I feel like bringing a wild coyote, a wild animal into their home, it was not something that she did um um obtusely, like she didn't do it like, oh, she was ignorant or something, and she also didn't have any evil intentions for bringing this wild animal home. She just saw it and she felt like, okay, I can take care of it, you understand. And there has to be this level of pity, you know again, talking about the idea of having love in our hearts. Yeah, there has to be this amount of sympathy that you know an average person has for a struggling animal that they see outside, regardless of whether the animal is a wild one or not. And it's like she now concludes this. I keep saying she. I don't know if it's a she. I'm sorry. The author now concludes this aspect of the narration by saying sometimes we make mistakes and call them coincidences. We hold open the door, then wonder how the stranger ended up in our home. So it's like, who has not been there before? Yeah, who has not made this mistake of welcoming people that ended up being like an actual nemesis to us, to our lives. Yeah. Because I don't like lip gloss. I don't know. It just has this white cast that I don't enjoy. So, anyways, I like how I can piece together, yeah, what this author is trying to say. Even though it is not spelled out for me, even though the language is not too simplistic, and even though the poem is making calls to other aspects of life that are very you know simplistic and everyday and just part of what we know, you understand. I really like this poem for that reason, and I like that I'm able to like think of it deeply. And then she says, not she, I don't know the gender of the author, but the author goes, sometimes love hurts, sometimes the lost dog doesn't want to be found. So it's like calling back to picking up a wild coyote, from the streets, yeah, a wild animal from the streets. And good morning, hi, welcome to the chat. So I'm reading a poem by an author named Kelly Russell Agodon. The title of the poem is Hunger, and I'm going through, the messaging of what they wrote. Um, this poem is interesting to me, because it's talking about, I think the focus of the poem is actually, falling in love, or just the love that we have in our hearts as human beings, and how um, sometimes love hurts. Literally is in the poem here. Sometimes love hurts, and sometimes the lost dog doesn't want to be found. Yeah. So like, I feel like it is deep rooted in this fear that we have, that if we open ourselves up, if we love people, yet we might get hurt, in the process of loving somebody. Even the people that we love, they were at first strangers, you get, and they turn into this, dear, aspect of our life, this dear part of our life that we can never or we never want to let go of. And then other times we open ourselves up to strangers, and you see why they are called strangers. Like, they're going to hurt you so bad, yeah, and you'd wish, you were never, open or open enough to people like that. You get. And the first line of the poem goes, if we never have love, we have more than most. You get, we have more than most. So it doesn't matter, like, at the end of the day, we as human beings, it doesn't matter how much we try to, like, protect ourselves, from being hurt, you get, and from ending up with, strangers in our homes, you get. At the end of the day, you know, we can't help ourselves. That's how we are. That's how we are built to get. And I really loved, finding such a poem. I think I'll hold on to some quotes in my heart, like, about this poem. And I think the quote of the poem I'm going to keep going, taking everywhere with me, is remember the farmer's wife, remember the carving knife. We are all trying to change what we fear into something beautiful. Hi, morning toast. Hi, welcome to the chat. So I just finished reading the poem of the stream, because in my streams I talk about poetry. I enjoy talking about, like, literature, classic literature, if I can get my hands on them. Okay, ask your question. Morning toast. Ask a question. So I just finished reading this from my journal. Met before anywhere. How? You saw me where? Where would you have seen me? Where? Okay. I was very, 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 very cautious. But this made me laugh. So thank you for the jokes, yeah? Thank you. I appreciate a well told joke, a well read joke. Thank you. Thank you for that. I hope you are good today. I hope you're having a lovely day today. So I've talked about, okay, horror movies. No, I did not fall from heaven. Is there even in heaven? But I did not fall from there. Okay, why? Why? Still going. Okay, why? Why morning toasts? Because you look damn gorgeous. I don't get it, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, thank you. I love my eyes too. Love my eyes too. So I have this book of poetry here. Sorry, I have this book, like a model. Why morning toasts? Why morning toasts? No, I'm not a model, oh, my dear. I am not a model. I thought it was going to be like another joke. No, I'm not a model. So I have this book is actually the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, yeah, and it has all these classical fairy tales that people have made into movies over and over and over again. Your killer eye spoke my heart. Oh, morning toast, you're just overflowing with the compliments. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. It's nice. So I've spoken about the first hour of the stream. I spoke about thank you. I spoke about the whole Gaza Israeli no Gaza situation and the global Sumud Flotilla that and the situation on ground right now. So like that, everybody. Hello Sam, thank you for subscribing. Thank you Sam. Why don't I try singing? Maybe if you stay to the end of the stream, I'm going to sing for everybody. Okay, if you stay to the end of the stream, flying kiss, no, you don't get the flying kiss from me. Sorry. Sorry, you can't get the kiss from me. I don't give kisses anyhow. Okay, like kisses are special. I'll sing at the end of the stream if you are willing to wait. There's always a song in my head, so it's not hard for me. mm. So I was talking about the situation on ground with the humanitarian aid being delivered to Gaza. My name is King. Humanitarian aid being delivered to Gaza right now, yeah, and it has been completely intercepted. Those people did not get the people of Palestine didn't get um, the supplies they desperately needed because Israel forces intercepted them. Yeah, I'm from Nigeria. Israel forces intercepted them and stopped it and threw all of the supplies to the bottom of the ocean. So no, I'm not from Kenya, I'm from Nigeria. So um yeah, and they arrested and abducted all of the volunteers somehow. No, I'm not from Korea. I said I'm from Nigeria. They abducted all of the volunteers, and I'm just hoping that somehow the citizens of the government of these countries, speak up for their citizens, to be unharmed by Israeli soldiers. Yeah, Nigerian. Yeah, this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. So I wanted to give that update, and I was like, everybody, all eyes on, the volunteers. Yeah, go ahead, morning toast. Go ahead. Like as Money Toast tells us what he wants to say. So I just want to introduce this book as well. This is a collection of fairy tales by the Grimm's brothers, and I will be reading some of it as the stream goes on. So if you like listening to fairy tales and stories, um, stick around here. Also subscribe. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers, so it would be nice if you subscribe. This book, what I like about it is that it has a lot of illustrations. Yeah, it has a lot of illustrations, and it is an old book. Oh, you subscribed. Thank you, Money Toast. Thank you for subscribing. Trying to get to 300 subscribers. Yeah. So. Like, look at the pictures of this stuff. Look at the picture of this story. This is not interesting. Like, what could be the context of this kind of picture? Married. I don't talk about marital status, age, location, all of that. I don't talk about that here. Morning toast. So I won't be able to answer your questions. Sorry. A poor. The title of this story is Thumb, and it is yeah. So. I'm going to read it now. Pay attention because I'm going to ask questions and ask you for what you got from the story. A poor peasant sat one evening by his hearth and poked the fire. Okay, ask morning toast. Hope you stay so I'll ask you questions as well. Yeah, ask your question. But I don't answer questions about stuff like that. Um, while his wife sat opposite spinning, he said, "What a sad thing it is that we have no children. Our home is so quiet while other folks' houses are noisy and cheerful." Okay, morning toast. That is a weird question, and I hope you don't ask questions like that again. I don't appreciate those kind of conversations. I hope you don't ask questions like this again. I don't appreciate it at all. So, moving on with the story. Yes, answered his wife, and she sighed. Even if it were an only one, and if it were no bigger than my thumb, I should be quite content. We would love it with all our hearts. I'll try to let it pass, but that is where I'm at on those kind of things. Now, sometime after this, she had a little boy who was strong and healthy, but was no bigger than a thumb. Then they said, well, our wish is fulfilled, and small as he is, we will love him dearly. And because of his tiny stature, they called him Tom. Thumb. They let him want for nothing, yet still the child grew no bigger, but remained the same size. I told you, I'm reading a fairy tale from this book titled Tom Thumb. So pay attention, you're not paying attention. Um, I'm reading a fairy tale from this book, Grimm's Fairy Tales, a collection here. So this is a story about a couple, and they said they want to have a child, and they said even if the child is as tiny as a thumb, that they will accept the child. And then one day the wife got pregnant and she gave birth to a child, but the child was as small as a thumb, yeah. And so they accepted the child there. So we are moving on with the story. They let him want for nothing, yet still the child grew no bigger. Thank you, money toast. But remained the same size as when he was born. Still, he looked out on the world with intelligent eyes, and soon showed himself a clever and agile creature who was lucky in all he attempted. No, I don't do that. This is the only part that you can see or you will see. He was lucky in all he attempted. One day, when the peasant was preparing to go into the forest to cut wood, he said to himself, I wish I had someone to bring the cart after me. Oh, father, said Tom, I will soon bring it. You leave it to me. It shall be there at the appointed time. Then the peasant laughed and said, how can that be? You are much too small even to hold the reins. That doesn't matter. If only mother will harness the horse, answered Tom. I will sit in his ear and tell him where to go. Am I a working man or a student? Neither. I am a YouTuber. Very well, said the father, we will try it for once. When the time came, the mother harnessed the horse, set Tom in his ear, and then the little creature called out, Gee up. And whoa, in turn, are you a student, Tom? No, I'm not a student. I'm not a student. I'm not, I just do YouTube. Whoa, in turn, and directed you where to go. It went quite well, just as though it were being, thank you, just as though it were being driven by its master, and they went the right way to the wood. Now it happened that while the cart was turning a corner and Tom was calling to the horse, two strange men appeared on the scene. My goodness, said one, what is this? There goes a cart and a driver calling to the horse, but there is nothing to be seen. There is something queer about this, said the other. We will follow the cart and see where it stops. The cart went on deep into the forest and arrived quite safely at the place where the wood was cut. When Tom spied his father, but you are here, are you not? There is somebody watching my live. You, unless you want to move along. When Tom spied his father, he said, "You see, father, here I am with the cat. Now lift me down." The father held the horse with his left hand and took his little son out of its ear with the right. Then Tom sat down quite happily on a straw. When the two strangers noticed him, they did not know what to say for astonishment. Then one drew that's a compliment, yeah. Thank you. Then one drew the other aside and said, "Listen, little creature. Listen, that little creature might make our fortune if we were to show him in the town for money." Don't die, please. If we were to show him in town for money, we will buy him. So they went up to the peasant and said, "Sell us the little man. He shall be well looked after with us." "No," said the peasant, "he's the delight of my eyes, and I will not sell him for all the gold in the world." But Tom, when he heard the bargain, crept up by the folds of his father's coat, placed himself on his shoulder, and whispered in his ear, "Father, let me go. I will soon come back again." Then his father gave him to the two men for a fine piece of gold. "Well, where will you sit?" they asked him. "Oh, put me on the brim of your hat." "No, we don't have a bakery." "Then I can walk up and down and observe the neighborhood without falling down." Is there any baked good called cutie? They did as he wished, and when Tom had said goodbye to his father, they went away with him. They walked on till it was twilight, when the little man said, "You must lift me down." "But thank you, Morning Toast. You are the one that I should ask if you were made in a bakery. Your name is Morning Toast. Why are you calling yourself Morning Toast? Why is your name Morning Toast?" So, hola, Simon. Um, can I say no hablo español? I don't understand. I don't understand. Is that this thing? Look, my name is Ashfa Khan. Okay, nice to meet you, Khan. Ashfa Khan. Welcome. Nice to meet you. My name is King, so I shouldn't call you Morning Toast. Simon, I don't understand your language. I should not call you Khan. I should not call you Morning Toast. Morning Toast is a cool name now. Or do you just like Morning Toast? Oh, don't die. Don't die. um, but Simon, I don't understand. Sorry. I hope you subscribe though. Maybe one day. TVO de Bangladesh. Okay. So I am Nigerian. This is Nigerian from Nigeria. No, don't change your name. What name do you want to change it to? Do you want to change your Morning Toast to Ashfaq, or you want to change Ashfaq to Morning Toast? Don't change anyone, it's okay. All of them are fine. Ah, I don't know this story. Instead of reading it here, maybe I should just like select the ones that um just select the ones that are interesting so that I can read them on a dedicated stream here. So still have a way to go. Thank you for staying. Um, okay, let me finish the story here. Then after the story, we'll pick up another book to read. Um, so this man, they take this little guy here, Tommy Tom. Currency. My currency is Naira. The currency of Nigeria is naira. You guys use rupees, yeah? Or where do you live? Do you stay in India or you're from another place? Morning toast. So, I don't know, I like folding my legs like this. Maybe I can still come back. Musulman, yet. No, I'm not any religion. Um, the currency of Nigeria is naira. Um, can I breathe? Thank you. I have friends. Of course, I have friends. Can do you have friends? Tell me you have friends. Oh. Tell me you have friends. You have friends. I have friends. You said you love my braids, yeah? And you're asking if I have friends. Okay. I said I have friends. I have friends. And thank you for complimenting my hair. I don't know, maybe I'll start to use my Bluetooth headset for streams because my voice is not so loud. Simon, I do not understand your language. Braids too. I don't know. Can your hair withstand braids? Your hair will just fall off. Um, I'm alright, Bobby. How are you, Manigo? It's not about the length of your hair. The texture of your hair might not hold with heavy braids like this. It might cause your hair to fall out. But you can keep long hair. That's fine. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Okay. Which song should I now sing? Can we play a game? As long as the game is respectful and not weird, okay? Um, Bobby, what can I say? I show up on live streams every day. My name is King. This is Nigeria. I'm streaming from Nigeria, and I enjoy books, poetry, and I like speaking up about social issues that I care about. I like speaking up for social issues that I care about. More accurate. No, I don't want to play truth or dare. Think of another game. Don't play truth or dare. Hmm, Simon, I don't know. I'll try to translate what you're sending in the chat, but if somebody else can translate it here, I would appreciate it. If you can translate what Simon is saying, so I'll understand what he's trying to tell me here. Ask me something you want to know about me. I don't know. Me Esther. Oh, still don't understand. So maybe I should assign somebody to be my translator on the chat, like someone that just helps me translate. Yeah. Okay, question about you, Morning Toast. Are you a student or are you working? My friend, as far as like showing up on my streams, and supporting the channel, that's cool enough for me. But I don't see how, like, for friendship, like more than here, it can happen. What do you do, Morning Toast? Are you a student or do you work? Do you work? Do you have a job? Do you have a job, Morning Toast? Do you have a job or are you a student? Oh, a student. In university. Are you in university? Businessman. What do you do for in your business? Like as your business? Are you like a merchant, a trader, or um? Okay, in the university. Okay, okay. So what is your business? Like what is the nature of your business? What do you do for business, can? Mm, do I have a business idea? You Sorry, I don't have any business idea for you. I don't have a business idea for you, can. Get a star into familiar. Yo, Bobby, that's very generous of you. That's very generous of you. Um, I don't have a business idea. You are a businessman, can. You're the one that said you have a business. Tell me about your business. Simon, I still don't understand what you're saying. I wish I could understand it. Yes, I have job and I'll pay your bills. That's very generous of you, Bobby. You are from India. Of course, you are from India. Like I recognize it through your name, Ashfaq Khan. Yeah. And you're 18 years old. Okay, that is like if you just became an adult. Yeah. Okay, so I have to be careful. Like if you are just 18, why are you asking questions like that on the chat? That's not nice. That's not nice. Friends. Are we not already friends? You're on my stream and you're watching it to the very end. You're my friend already now. You're my friend already. As long as you remain respectful and you don't ask, you don't try to be weird. Yeah, friendship is okay. We can be like my social media. You can keep up with me, support me, and all of that. Um, no, I don't talk about age on my age is private business. I don't disclose it to anybody online. I don't disclose my age to anybody online. So, mm, oh, um, Khan, you said you are in university. Yeah, what are you studying in the university? At the university, what do you study? Are you like a science? It's okay. Don't ask again. You don't need to spell it out. I'm forgiving you. I'll forgive you. Like, thank you. Oh, thank you, Bobby, for the compliment. Yeah, thank you, Bobby, for the compliment and for the generous offer. I hope you just support my channel. And the way we can, we'll be able to like connect is just through live streams. I have an Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is in the description below. Um, can that is a very, very wonderful course, like mechanical engineer. Nice, 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 nice. So what do you aspire to, do for your with your degree? Engineer. That's nice. That's nice. Like that's very cool. You're a very smart person, yeah? You're a very smart guy. You're very intelligent, I assume. Yeah, you are. You don't know. You are an engineer, yeah? You are studying to be a mechanical engineer. So you are smart, or you must be smart. Okay, so my network is going off and on. I'm sorry. Maybe some of what I'm saying is not catching up to you guys. I like to treat you like a queen, yeah. I'm actually king. You Bobby. treat, treat you like a queen, yeah. Thank you for that offer, Bobby. If you want to at the like, I don't know how to say this, but if you check my description, you can see ways to support me. But like, I hope your generosity, does not come with some expectations or with strings. Okay, morning toast. Can ask away. What is the question? The requests. What do you want? What do you want? Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you, morning toast. I forgive you. Hello, hi, Sir Bonnie Shakespeare. Hello, hello. From your name, I hope you are somebody that enjoys books as well, because this channel is about books and poetry and social commentary and discourse on books and all of that. So I hope you stick around. I hope you stick around. Yeah, it's okay, morning toast. I've seen your message. It's okay, it's okay. I understand, yeah. I'll accept it. But please don't type it again. You don't need to, it's okay. It's just you've learned, you will not do it again. So that's fine. It's okay. You've learned. It's okay, it's okay. I've forgiven you. I've forgiven you. It's alright. I forgive you. I forgive you. Hello. Hello, Wax. Yeah, we can be friends. Nice to meet you, Can. Nice to meet you. I have an Instagram. You can follow me there, so you keep up with my, post and all of that. Smile. I've been smiling all through, Bobby. I smile easily. This is a smile. Mm. What am I doing? I'm actually chatting with everybody else. I have been cursing for a while, so I'm taking a short break to chat with everybody. I have this book in front of me that I may read from towards as we go along, but I'm just chatting with everybody. Wax. I'm responding to messages. You'll be fine, Can. You'll be fine. Don't die. Don't die. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people say things like, "Oh, I like this one," and it's like, "Yeah, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your 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 compliments. Thank you, Wax. Receiving a lot of compliments today. I appreciate it from everybody. I have an Instagram. Can My Instagram is in the description box. Please follow me there as well. If you want to, not please, but like if you feel like following me on Instagram, there, my Instagram is in the description. If you want to email me as well, fine, you can email me as well. Um, those are my major forms of like connecting with people online. Emails and um oh, what about emails? Yeah, like the first Indian I'm seeing that saying they don't use Instagram. I have an email. You can send me emails if you like. I used to rule the world. I think that's one of my favorite Coldplay songs. What's the name of the song? Um, the moment I had the key, and the next the doors were closed on me. I decided I was running back. And I ruled the world. That's my favorite Coldplay song, actually. I hope you had a wonderful, day. Saying I touched your heart with my smile. Thank you. That is a compliment. I will take it as the most fun part of that song is when they start to sing, um, oh, and the music of it, yeah. Oh, dun, dun. Although Coldplay has expressed some kind of um stand that I don't appreciate, but whatever. I wish I could play the song now. I want to rule the world. In my hand, see the fear in my enemy's eyes. I decided I was sorry. I had the key. Next the doors were closed on me. I decided I was upon pillars of sand, pillars of steel, pillars of salt. See my listening cars, Roman cavalry cars singing. Um, I want to file a complaint on you because, oh my God, why? Why are you being so cheesy? So cheesy, but it's okay. I hope they don't find me for that because I didn't mean to do so. You know, I don't care to steal people's organs. A moment I had the key. The next doors were closed on me. I decided I was a hello, can. Anyways, so I talk about David Cronenberg. Yeah, I don't know if has anybody seen any work by David Cronenberg. I don't know. One year, I think I watched an essay, a video essay on him, and his. I don't even know if it's him, but like I think film, Twitter, and a video essays on his work, like a video essay on him as a director. Yeah, just like it just zinged in my brain one day, and then I started watching like his works. Like every time I saw the name David Cronenberg, I would just like watch it. And each time, most of the times I've enjoyed his work. Yeah, most of the time I've enjoyed his movies. Yeah, I didn't come away thinking, oh, that was interesting, or that was not interesting. Oh, this made me feel good, or this didn't make me feel good. It's just like I'm just experiencing somebody's um art, you understand, and I can't really make I end up not making any like conclusive judgment on his work because it's just like, oh, so that was a story, and I listen to the story, wow, okay, and I go away from it. Like I don't know if he's the one that directed by this movie where one small boy was like he made it snuff film or something. Like I don't know if it was the one that did that, or this other movie where two boys come into a house and they want to kill an entire family, and they try to kill the yeah, you can mail me morning toast. That's why my email is there. Of course you can send me emails. Of course you can send me emails. I appreciate emails. um Please don't send me emails. And oh, that's true, please. um I can't tell you my age, but what I'll tell you, you know what, don't send me emails, please. Don't send me emails. What would I say? You are not fully an adult yet, so please don't send me emails. I take it back. um Sorry, I shouldn't have said that to you. Don't send me mails. No, that is why I wanted, like, that's why I presented Instagram. Instagram, you can, like, follow me and whatnot and all that, but don't send me emails, please. Don't send me emails, please. Um, Morning toast, yeah. Have you heard me? Do not Morning toast. Please do not send me emails, okay? And please stop with this compliment. It's enough. Let's draw the line here, okay? I don't want to remove you, so please don't send me emails and don't send me any more compliments like this, yeah? Just I guess just continue to enjoy the chat. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No emails, please. I completely forgot. I completely blanked that, you are not appropriately aged. Yeah, you're not of appropriate age. Yeah. So what was I talking about? I saw how David Cronenberg. I think David Cronenberg. Is he the one that made that movie about those two men that visit a house, a family, and they start to play games with them, and that even one time when the family, one of the members of the family, gets like a hit on one of these men that came to play the games with them. Yeah, somebody comes and pauses the game, rewinds it, like starts the video all over again. So it's like we're watching a movie, you know inside a movie. The people that are watching the movie are these two men, but when the movie starts, we start it off with this family and we see it as they just live in this universe of the story, you get. And it's like, oh, these strangers came to burgle their house and like attack them, and even kill them and all of that. But the thing about this story that is warped is that the men that came to kill them, they are also viewers. They are not part of this family's world. They just enter the world of a story and they are doing this to people as they like. You get. So they said that even when the family manages to get like an upper hand on this one of the attackers, yeah, the other one rewinds the tape and goes back and undoes or undoes, what is it, just rewinds it here so that that action is erased from the whole playback of the movie, and so they catch up to the person that attacked them and they attack the person as well. So it's just like interesting to me, yeah, that it's just interesting to me. I don't know, you can google it online now. You can google it online. Google is your friend. Can Google is your friend. um So, David Cronenberg, yeah? Yeah, but you're not Googling now. Google it. Anything you see there, you take it. I don't know what to tell you, man. So that is, I think since that moment when I watched like video essays, analyzing his works, his films, like since then I've had like very very big interest in his stuff. That's why like anytime I see recommendations of anytime I see titles of the movie um on in like online discourse here, I always um go watch it. Oh, you won't see me with that. You won't see me without my glasses. Can I always have them on? I like to see. I wear my glasses all the time because I like to see. My glasses are transparent. What other face do you want to see? Sorry, I'm not removing my glasses. So the movie I recommended on my Instagram is actually directed by David Cronenberg. And since I'm a horror movie buff, I like horror movies a lot. So I recommended it for us to watch this weekend. So if you are not busy and you are looking for a wonderful way to spend your time watching horror movie, um Crimes of the Future is the way to go. I posted it on my story. I've not seen it, so I can't really be praising it like highly, but I feel like anything that David Cronenberg does here is something that is going to really take your mind places. Yeah, it's going to make you like sit and think and process what you just saw. That's what I like about that's why I like following, his works. Yeah. Um Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So movie recommendation of the for the weekend. Today's Friday. Everybody have a I hope you have a wonderful weekend this Friday. Watch a movie, you know, watch a movie. What kind of movie? A horror movie. Okay, what kind of horror? Like watch one by David Cronenberg, Crimes of the Future. There's another one I watched like several months back. It was about this guy that made technology that watched. I was able to view his wife's body in the grave, yeah, and he slept with it. He woke up with it. Like he felt as if he was still living, with his wife. And the thing about the movie is like there was so much silence. Okay, music like background music was not like the music of the movie was not all this like poppy because that is not his style. Yeah, so he created this like what do they call them, robots. Yeah, tiny technology where they these robots can stay in the coffin of a loved one, dead loved one, and you can watch the process of them decaying. You get, because he's the man now made a lot of money from the technology, and he got so many grants from the government. Even got to the point where a foreign government wanted to um buy his technology as well for their place. But I think about those type of, and again, those graves have to be built a specific way. They don't just throw the body in the ground normally. Yeah. um oh, bye bye, thank you for spending time with me today, Can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's no AI in my glasses, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. um um Robbie from South Carolina. I don't know how that would work. So. As I was saying, yeah, if you want to support me, my coffee is in my description. If you want to support me, you can leave me a tip or a donation in my description. So this movie, yeah, you have to like for this man's technology, the family member you want to watch decay, has to be buried in his special plot of land, and that land, there was in this movie, like the way the story goes is that on this land he wanted to build his special like cemetery is land that he used government grant to bye bye the land that he used government grant to like kind of suppress you know environmental activist voices against such a project here. And now the government of another country, like a rich man in another country, comes along and says he wants to buy the man's technology. Hey, who are you calling baby king? Can you are the child here? You are the child. So anyways, the thing about this story is that it takes you places that you are asking yourself like, where am I going with this director? What is this story going to say? You get, but then again, I think the conversation here is about surveillance technology. The idea that and also this is also plays into this AI fad that is going around now, where somebody was I don't know, the director is David, name is David Cronenberg. Um he's that person that does like peculiar weird movies. Yeah, he does peculiar weird kind of movies, like movies that are not conventional at all. Like if you check my Instagram now, there's a horror movie that he made. Like I'm recommending to everybody because I'm going to watch it as well. Crimes of the Future, that's the name of the movie. You can check out my Instagram, you'll see it there. But this one I'm talking about is one I watched like several months back. Yeah. So the way I think the point of the story was this kind of idea of surveillance where AI promises people the AI technology that we're seeing in this day and age is like they are promising you that even if you have a loved one that you lost, you can reanimate that loved one with our AI technology to live with you. You get. And there was this guy Olympian, what is his name? This the husband of I think Serena Williams. He's a very rich man. He's one that sold Reddit or something or created Reddit or whatever. He's a billionaire and all of that. And he was kind of promoting this new AI and he was using it to show his mother that passed away when he was a child. So in he put her pictures in the AI whatever machine, and then it was a picture of his mother holding him as a baby. You get. And I think his mother died when he was a child, so he reanimated his mother's image to be as if she's holding him, she's laughing with him, she's playing with him and all of that. And something was like that. This is so dystopian, yeah, in the sense like you are submitting precious memories like in the form of pictures to this machine, and you think the machine is going to respect and reverence this memory, this person in your heart. You think it's going to reverence it and all of that. And it's like at the end of the day, you put this picture forever. This machine will forever have the images of your mother, your dead mother. And one day you wake up and you see these images on the back of a laundry detergent, used to advertise product, used to advertise laundry product, used to sell something in the supermarket. And you think like the line between your so-called need to continue to hold on to maybe, I don't know, what do you call it, this kind of quality where you desire to always like be close to somebody that is not with you anymore. That's the excuse they're saying that, oh, you will not have to miss your missing loved ones or your lost loved ones anymore. But it's like these machines don't respect human emotions. Okay, these machines don't respect human emotion. These machines, are just machines at the end of the day. And the people that are running these machines will run it for profit more than the nostalgic, sentimental value you kind of attach to your purpose of using it at all. You get. At the end of the day, all of it is just a corporate like milker. You understand? Morning toast. If you are going to be noisy on the chat, maybe you should just be in timeout. Thank you. So as I was saying, yeah, it's a very funny convert. Like, it was a very peculiar aspect of human society that this movie was. This movie depicted this kind of scenario. I think the movie was made in 2023 or like 5 years ago even. I think it was not made currently, this movie I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's like this director David Cronenberg, he properly predicted where society would end up, you get, where it was going. And in this man's case, this main character's case, is that he lost his wife in a very horrible way. His wife died through cancer. Cancer ravaged her body, and the type of cancer that ravaged her is the one that required her to be amputated, to become an amputee. Like they removed one hand, they removed one leg, they removed her breast, they removed different parts of her body because they're trying to stop and slow down the speed of the cancerous cells, of the sickness. They're trying to slow down the speed of the speed of the sickness, you get. And I know that even her hips too were replaced. You could not hold her anymore. She was just like a piece of glass. You get. She was too fragile and all of that. And eventually she still died. So this man, in his obsession and his need for whatever, he makes this technology that can monitor his wife's decaying body in the ground. And he wakes up with this thing. Like when he wakes up in the morning, you see the monitor is tab playing it out for you, yeah, in real time. And um I think he also put something there that no, the body decayed, yeah, but he was watching it decay, slowly be consumed by the earth. So, and his nanobots, they ran around the whole skeleton, the whole corpse and everything, and you see it in this man's tab. Also, this man has an AI assistant, that does everything for him. His house is controlled by this AI. His house is run by this AI, as in an administrator, yeah, basically like a housekeeper for him, but like plus secretary, plus planning meetings, plus like making plans for him and all of that. But one day, before that, the wife has a twin sister that is like splitting image, that she has an identical twin, yeah, and the identical twin is a professor or something, like I think she does something like environmental jobs or something like that, yeah. um so anyways, the he's close to the sister of his wife, and the sister of his wife has a husband that she eventually, no sound. How? Sorry. Okay, no sound in the grave. No sound in the grave. No sound in the coffin, I mean. There's no sound in the coffin. Hello, Javika. There's no sound in the coffin. But if you're saying sound, can you hear me now? Like maybe my mic is muted or something. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Trying to. It's on the highest volume. I'm fine, Javika. Welcome to the chat. We're discussing a very, very peculiar movie. But it has an AI assistant, and the AI assistant is very on hand. You get, but the AI assistant was built by the husband of his in-law, his sister-in-law. That's his wife's sister. But at this point in time, his wife, his sister-in-law, and her husband are divorced. Understand? So the story goes the way that this husband of the sister-in-law is still obsessed with her, and he's afraid. He has this suspicion that she's having an affair with her brother-in-law. So that is this main character, this technology guy. He's suspected of sleeping with his sister-in-law. Because the woman is like the exact shape, the exact form of his dead wife and all of that together. And this man, her husband, was paranoid that because they look alike, this man is going to sleep with her or something like that, and he's stalking her. But like she also has issues with the man, so she divorced him and all of that, yeah. So the story just keep twisting and convoluting and different things, like the AI system, his AI system is hacked by this is that brother-in-law or something, the divorced, the man that made up the system for him, the man that created the AI, developed the AI for him. It is hacked by him. The man has access to his information and starts to deface the cemetery, okay, deface the property of that holds bodies that paid for his nanobots, yeah. I don't know if this makes sense. Like talking about it feels like I'm going around building a spider web, and then I'm getting caught in the web as well, because it feels as if there's no real head or tail to the story. But I feel like personally what I got from it is just this surveillance technology and AI technology, like how far is it going to take society, and that the idea that we as human beings can use this kind of technology could hold on to things that naturally cannot be with us anymore. You get, it's just going to, that our need to hold on is just going to lead to a different kind of hell, a different kind of dystopia of our world. You get, when I think in another country, I think in Sweden or Finland, the man wants to build his cemetery again. Like he got a project to build the cemetery there, to build, and the cemetery is like this whole specific type of, hello Ali, hi, welcome to the chat. The cemetery is this type of one where um the coffins, yeah, are structured to allow his nanobots to continue to monitor the decay of the corpse inside, the corpse within, yeah. It's like I don't even remember the name of the movie, but that's just the whole premise of the movie. Like a man wants to watch his wife's body decay because he has not let go of her death, like for how many years now. I'm doing fine today. Thank you for asking, Ali. I hope you are good as well. So all of this just to say that eh, for me personally, I say I always have a wonderful time watching anything by David Cronenberg. And I think another movie that he made that was kind of like action based kind of thriller, but it was still weird. It was one where this man, ran away from his life as a killer. I don't know what to say. Let me not call it his work. Yeah. I would, after watching it tomorrow, I would look up the movies that I have seen by him and confirm with them. Maybe we'll discuss um the movie at length tomorrow. So I'm showing up on the stream tomorrow and all of that. So if you like to, check me out again, you can check me out tomorrow. But I'm still on here. So if you want to chat with me, um, I'm listening to you. Ali is saying, how am I? I'm fine. Also keep up with me on Instagram. I have, hello Bilal. Hi, hi. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram. You know, I'm fine, Bilal. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. If you like to keep up with me, I have an email if you want to do collaborations and all of that. I also have I also have a coffee if you want to support the channel that way. If not, your presence is very, very appreciated here. I don't know if my voice is coming through on the stream properly. Yeah, this is Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. Where are you from, Bilal? Where are you from? From where are you from? Today is Friday. I hope everybody is anticipating a wonderful weekend. Actually, according to my description here, Algeria. Oh, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, so I wish safety and well-being to the people, that have been abducted by Israeli forces. I wish them safety. I wish their government, would stand up for them and, force a guarantee out of Israel to, um, not harm, their citizens. After all, the responsibility of the government, to look after its citizens, regardless. That is why, they're elected and put in power. Okay, so that you can do what we want. So for some people from another country to be abducted and arrested by these Israeli forces, yeah, is not is not a sign of decorum. Okay, things are warped. That is not how things should be. The right thing to do would be to speak up for your citizens and ensure their safety or their safe travels back home. That's what I'm about. So I think that's one of the major um, speaking points I started with on this stream, and I just want to reiterate it as I'm getting to an end here. That everybody keep your eyes out for news about the Gaza um, situation, as in the humanitarian aid, that these activists volunteered to bring to the people of Palestine. Um, Everybody keep your eye on them. The more visibility, the more noise that is being spread about on their behalf, the less likely it is for Israel to kill them or harm them in any way. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say mostly with my live stream today. I also wanted to read a story, but maybe another time. Yeah, on my channel I do books, I do literature, I do poetry, I do any form of like reading material that interests me. I'll bring to the chat. I also enjoy horror movies, so I'll be talking about horror movies, and I have a horror movie that I'm recommending to my subscribers for the weekend. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see what the movie is. Yeah, so thank you for spending time with me here today, and I will see you in another live stream, probably tomorrow or maybe later in the day today. Yeah, so thank you for being here. So bye bye.